Hey guys, it's Chris, and I am back with a React. Amber did a weigh-in update. So we will be looking at this video today. Guys, I'm not going to react to her videos that kind of have nothing to do with weight. If you're new here, I am a former medical professional, and I also have a lot of experience in health, diet, fitness, weight loss. So that's really where I kind of try to focus my reacts. So I'm really glad. I hope she's like Sorry, guys, my throat's really scratchy today. I really hope she keeps these separate and not intermingled with her normal vlogs. That way, I don't have to weed through all of them. um, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. If you're back, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all the stuff, you know what I mean, so that the channel can grow and YouTube can start to like me and we can build up a little community. That being said, she is sped up for time. I will link her full video down below in the description if you would like, as always. Let's get started, and maybe at the end, I would like to keep this video shorter. I know my reacts can get very long, but I'm going to try to keep this one shorter, and if we have time, maybe we'll go through some of the comments at the end. I do think that's fun and interesting. That being said, let's get started here. Let's see what Amber is saying, and if she's gonna like irritate us today. Like, there's already been bets on how long is she gonna stick to any of this craziness. I saw she was doing like some type of crazy like list journal thing. She called it a bullet journal. I don't think that's what it looked like. I hope she sticks to something a little bit. I'm going to vlog about what I'm doing for the month, and I'm glad to say I'm sticking with it. I really hope Amber does this year too, but she still has her enabler living with her. She's still set in her ways. I'm I'm not hopeful, guys, but let's see what she says here.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. So this is a weight loss video. I'm on week 2. I have thought, should I just put these on my vlogs? Should they be separate videos?
No.
I keep going back and forth between that.
No, don't keep them in your vlog. Like I said, keep them separate. I hope she's doing that.
Because this year I am going to be focusing on lengthier vlogs for you guys, but I think I've ultimately...
Not to be mean, but that's good. But what is she gonna vlog? Possibly. What is she gonna vlog? I don't mind her Legos and stuff, guys. Like her like hobbies, stuff like that. It's actually kind of interesting. It would be nice if she actually did a more formal, like how to build like video and did time lapse. But I think that's beyond not her capabilities. I think it's beyond her how much work she wants to do.
ultimately decided, let's keep these separate because I know there are people...
And let me just say, I don't care if people like it or not. I love glitter and all the sparkly stuff, and I really like her eye makeup. I think it looks really pretty. I think when she does her makeup and stuff, she looks nice. I do like when she does her hair, and I think she looks pretty good today.
out there who just strictly want to like hear me talk about weight loss stuff, weight journey stuff, people who have been following me for a very long time, just wanting to know more about like my weight loss journey and things like that. Rarity. Every time I start to film, you guys know Rarity.
That cat's always popping into the video. My dog does the same thing. You can hear him in the background. And when I would stream on Twitch and I would use a face cam, or if I'm making a video, my little dog pops in all the time. So I totally relate to being photo bombed, video bombed by an animal.
So each weigh-in video, we're going to start off with 5 questions that you guys have asked, and then I'll tell you guys how this...
5? I thought she was only doing... Oh, God, I was hoping she would only do 3. Okay, we'll skim through these if they're not too relevant.
And how my weigh-in went. So let's start off with the first question, and it is, if you had to pick one of your previous diets to try in 2023, which one would it be? So this year, I do want to stop with the fad diets. I want to stop with dieting. I just want to change my lifestyle.
I'm happy she said that. She does need to change her lifestyle. That being said, she does need to have some type of a dietary plan. Me, I'm a low carber. I've had great, amazing success with it. I've helped other people have success with it. I am back at it. I am trying different degrees of it because now I have more issues, right, than just needing to lose weight. I have problems from Lyme disease, a lot of pain and stuff like that. I have severe PCOS and insulin resistant. I'm pre-diabetic, so I really need to watch. I wish she would do keto and even just lower carb, because one, it would help her lipedema. It would help her pain that she claims she doesn't have, but she definitely does, people. And the weight would just fall off of her. And the other benefits is keto and low carb is the best diet to tap into actual fat, where you lose more fat and less lean muscle. And the other thing is if homegirl had done it right the first time, she would have noticed this. But keto, when you're not having those major insulin spikes and blood sugar spikes from the sugar that you eat, and guys, that happens when you eat carbohydrates of any kind. I don't care. Listen, whether they're from a candy bar or an energy drink or a sweet potato or whole grain frickin' einhorn wheat, it's still processed the same in your body. If it's fruit, it's processed fairly the same, except your body does not actually have an ability to store fructose, so it has to like react and process that first. So fructose is the worst of the oses as far as like your body is concerned. But it's all broken down into sugar. It's all broken down into simple glucose in your liver, and it has the same effect. Some of it affects your blood sugar for longer or faster than others, but it is the same. I hate to tell people, get mad at me when they say that, but that is biological fact. That's our biology lesson for the day, guys. And the thing is when you cut out all those sugar spikes, you regulate, and it absolutely controls your hunger. Like right now, I am on a extremely low carb diet, and I'm also trying Alan Roberts' No Morbidity supplement to help with appetite control. And between those two things, I have to force myself to eat. I am just not hungry. And if she would have done this right, she would probably for the first time in her life understand what not feeling hungry feels like, and it would help her. One, it would help her start eating healthier because she'd be cutting out all the sugar and processed carbs that she loves to absolutely stuff herself stupid with. But not only that, but she wouldn't be getting these hunger pains and feeling massively hungry, and she would be in such a calorie deficit, the weight would just fall off of her. I mean, I've even offered in comments to make her like a 2 or 3 week meal plan that still had some carbs, but it was just monitored and modified. Still had a little bit of sweet treats, just modified things that I do. And if she, the only, I mean, that's stuff that like people pay for people to do, and I was willing to do it for free. The only like catch would be that she would actually have to do it, and she wouldn't. So I never got a response. I wish that would be the one, but she's going to spiel about, I'm not doing diets. I'm just going to let myself live like a normal person. Well, guess what, Amber? All the normal, and my quotes are up, all the normal people you live around are all super obese or morbidly obese too, and you eat takeout most of the time, so you don't know what a normal portion is. You don't know what normal people eat, and you eat takeout 2 to 3 times a day, which isn't something most normal people do. So she doesn't know normal people stuff. And also, this woman should never, never, never try to intuitively eat, because she'll intuitively eat herself to 600 plus pounds. I mean, she's on her way, right?
And who I am as a person.
And this all comes down to, as well, guys, Amber does not want to be the least bit what she considers uncomfortable. She does not want to give up any food she doesn't want. She doesn't want to deprive herself anything. She doesn't want to feel hungry the least little bit. Like, being hungry is uncomfortable. Not, eating the chicken and broccoli, as she scoffed at earlier, is less pleasurable, than eating like the fried takeout, the My Fun noodles, the KFC bowl, and I think that's gross. But for her, it really has to come down to a mindset change, guys. You have to learn to like different things. You have to at least resolve for, the next year and a half, I need to, whether I like it or not, eat these things and make these changes, and then you will learn to change. You can make broccoli and chicken taste freaking delicious and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be boring, but this all comes down to Amber wants to do what Amber wants to do, and she doesn't want to also eat less. She wants to eat what she wants. The queen wants as much as she wants, whenever she wants. And until she changes that mindset, girlfriend ain't going to lose shit
When it comes to eating and the way that I think about it, and I know that'll naturally make me lose weight.
The way you think about eating is atrocious, Amber. Obviously, it's not going to make you lose weight, obviously, because obviously you're still over 500 pounds, and have absolutely destroyed your body to a state that it'll never be better, like completely. It can get better. She can get a lot healthier, and I really hope she does. But look at what she's done to herself. She's just see, this is just the delusion that keeps us coming back for more, right, guys?
Hypothetically answer this question, I would probably choose Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig is my favorite diet.
Why would you choose Jenny Craig? It is an absolute bullshit, stupid diet. Amber, it's ridiculous. A lot of the food is processed garbage. It allows you to kind of eat too much junk, too many carbs, and it goes too low a calories for you at first. Because right now, Amber could eat 3,000 calories a day and lose weight. Um, it just comes down to she always finds a reason to stop it. So that's why she loves Jenny Craig, because she doesn't really want to stick to something long term. Jenny Craig is good for somebody who wants to lose like 10 or 15 vanity pounds so they can be extra skinny in their bikini when they go on that cruise in 3 months. It's not for somebody like Amber who literally needs the equivalent weight wise of the three members who live in my household and plus my little dog, which honestly, I've done the math. That's basically almost, well, that's what she weighs. I did the math. Amber needs to lose my partner, my 10-year-old son, and my 6-pound dog to still be morbidly obese, to still get down to just uh, an obese weight. So Jenny Craig is not somebody. See, this is why Amber is. Oh, she's freaking infuriating. What's best for me would be Jenny Craig. No, no. See, this is the delusion.
That I have ever done, and I've done all of them. I've officially done.
You've never done all of them, Amber. You didn't do keto right. As a ketoer, I couldn't even react to that stuff because my head was ready to implode and I couldn't stand it. You didn't do keto right. You never do any of the diets right, and you don't do them long enough. Guess, like, ding, ding, ding. Here's a little message, Amber. No diet is going to work for anybody and get you to where you want to be when you only do it for 4 days or when you do it for half the day and then give yourself a prize cheat meal. You need to do something for at least 1 to 2 months at least to see if it's going to start working. Like, God, she doesn't even give it like a solid 2 weeks clean to like just start getting into it.
Done all of them. I like it
There's no wherewithal and no like staying power with this woman at all.
because you don't have to think about it. There's a menu. You eat fruits and vegetables with every meal.
See, and that's the other thing is since she just said there's a menu, you don't have to think about it. It all comes down to what's easiest for Amber because Amber, one of her biggest downfalls is she is incredibly and infinitely lazy AF. She just is. She's lazy. She doesn't want to think. She doesn't want to do any more work than she has to. That's why she orders out. That's why she doesn't want to cook. And that needs to change. You know what I mean? And she needs to be willing to do the work. It's not going to happen for her. She's always looking for like the the easy, quick way out, and it doesn't work that way. Um, it's just not. That's not how it works. And let me see what else she was going to say here.
You don't have to really cook. Like it's everything that I love. So I would.
You see what I mean right there? So she needs to change that attitude. She needs to say, I'm going to learn to cook and I'm going to like it. And even if I don't like it, God damn it, I'm going to do it. You know, because there's people who have kids and a house and a husband and a couple dogs and a business and or they're going to school. And guess what? These people still put food on the table, cook, their family eats healthy, they keep in shape, they don't live on takeout. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of work, but they do it. And there is no excuse for, the couch queen Amber who never has to do anything. Like doesn't even take care of her own dog. There's no reason she can't do this. And it doesn't help that Jade caves in and eats junk too and buys snacks and treats and garbage at the grocery store and gets takeout with her. She's got to stop wanting the easy way. She's too freaking lazy.
Definitely choose that. Second question is, what's your sleep schedule like and does it play a role in your weight loss? So I've officially fixed my sleeping schedule, which I'm so proud of, but it's a little extreme. My perfect sleep.
I certainly hope she did because I'm telling you, this like adult who like there's no reason that this woman was sleeping until 4 or 5 or 6 in the afternoon. and then getting up and eating her breakfast at like 6 or 7, and then literally staying up all night, and then binging and gorging all night too. Because while she's awake, the rest of the world is asleep. All the adults are adulting, and Amber's being a child, and then she's not going to sleep until 5 or 6 or 7 in the morning, sleeping all day. And how many? It's not just me. How many of her commenters comment about that? That's going to affect your health, Amber. You don't get any sunlight. You don't live a normal schedule. She doesn't live like a normal adult. Her circadian rhythm is off, and also no one's there to monitor her eating, and it's just laziness. There's no reason an adult should be staying up all night and then sleeping all goddamn day. It's like her commenters have commented how lazy it is, and how late that there's no need for that. Grow the hell up, okay? Be an adult. If you choose to stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning, guess what? Get your ass up at 9 or 10 o'clock, and deal with being tired. That's just how it is. And I hope she's fixed her schedule. I get heated. I get heated about this because I've dealt with that in my personal life, and I've seen it like tear relationships apart, where somebody in the family is literally not present ever because they are always asleep. It's like her and Jade are living on almost different schedules. I don't know how they spend as much time together. She needs to start staying awake and making herself active during the day. And you see this little like grin she has on her face. I find it hard to believe that she spent the last 10 years staying up all night eating and sleeping all day because she doesn't like to get up and do stuff. I find it hard to believe that suddenly she just completely fixed her schedule when she's the like 6 a.m. early bird, and I find it very hard to believe, guys.
Sleeping schedule would be like falling asleep at like 2 a.m., waking up at like 10 a.m. But right now I'm falling asleep like pretty early, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and I'm waking up at like 6 a.m.
No, she's
So
not.
it's a little extreme. I feel like an old woman. Nothing against
That's
old
not extreme, Amber. That's a normal person schedule. Like, deal with it.
people, but I'm kind of like an old person sleeping schedule situation type.
And I hate to say this, and this is going to sound mean, but yes, Amber, you are an old person. At 32 years old, you are an old person with the state your body is in. And I guarantee she's got health problems that she will never admit to. There's no way that me at my size, and I am a fourth of her, as and pre-diabetic, there is no way that Amber is not at the very least pre-diabetic. She insists her blood pressure's perfect, her blood work's perfect. It could be, she's still fairly young, but there's no way she's not at least pre-diabetic, if not full diabetic. Whether she wants to admit it or not, we can see it. And I can tell you from a medical perspective, that ring around her neck, her knuckles, definitely looks like acanthosis nigricans, which is synonymous with prediabetes or full diabetes, at the very least super out of control hyperinsulinemia, and she's in denial, and it's going to do her damage. So right now, with the way Amber's body is and what she's doing with her body, she is in the later years of her life. She is what for a normal person would be, say, in their mid 50s to early 60s. That's how Amber is in her 30s. So yes, right now she should feel like an old person because she is.
Deal happening. I'm like a grandma. So yeah. And I do notice that it plays a role in my weight loss. I know that if you have better sleep and you have a better night's sleep and you sleep normally, like a normal person, then you lose more weight.
Amber, we've told you this. A million people have told her this before. Like, why is she acting like she's telling us this, like, riveting new information? This is stuff she's flipped us off about and called us haters about when people have said this in the comments.
Because you do lose weight while you're sleeping. I do not suggest doing this.
Yes, Amber, because while you're sleeping, you cannot eat. And I guarantee that's the only time when this woman is not eating or thinking about food. So, yes, please sleep well, sleep consistently. That's very good for you. Plus, that's when your body heals. You just need good sleep.
Because it's an unhealthy way of thinking. But if you weigh yourself before you go to bed, and then when you wake up, you'll notice that you lose a few pounds while you're sleeping. So it's very important if you're trying to lose weight to get good sleep. And I was struggling really bad with sleeping. I was only sleeping like 4 or 5 hours a night. And now that I've
Yeah, but let's not forget those like 6 or 7 hours you consider a nap.
fixed my sleeping schedule, I'm sleeping like 8 hours, so that's pretty normal, and that feels nice. Next question is, why are you obsessed with decimals? Like 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 when you're weighing in? I know that I suffer.
Like, seriously, like I said, if you were at like goal weights and you just have like those vanity pounds to lose, maybe. But It's true. Amber doesn't need to worry about these decimals. All of these girls in Girl World, Amber, April, Lauren, they're all obsessed with these decimals that okay, for like accuracy's sake, Adam, but she really doesn't need to worry about them at this point. Like worry about the bigger picture.
with OCD. I was diagnosed. Don't come for me. I was
Amber, you do not have OCD. She doesn't have. I've had she doesn't have OCD. You have OBCD.
diagnosed by a professional. I have obsessive issues when it comes to numbers. I don't talk a lot about things I obsess about. It's just not something I want to share on YouTube.
Maybe she does, but it I don't know. It's not what people normally think about with OCD.
There are a few topics that I don't talk about on YouTube in detail, and that's foster care and my OCD.
That's because, Amber, you can't keep your story straight because you've given us a lot of mixed stories, and then people remember it. People go look back and find your little stories that point out inconsistencies, and you get mad. Like that's if she was if she could just tell the story the way it was and really happened, maybe it wouldn't be as bad as she wants everyone to think, because she's using that as her victimhood, right? For her victim card. So I don't think her childhood, I agree, it sucks. Her parents were addicts. That's horrible. She had to go to foster care. That was horrible. But not all kids in foster care have horrible experiences. And I don't think her experience was as bad as she makes it out to be, simply because of some of this stuff she's told us. And that's my opinion. I still don't think it's fair. In a perfect world, Amber's parents would have been upstanding and taking care of their kids. But I don't think she definitely didn't have it the worst.
Those are just things that I
Skipping through
about
this.
numbers, and I
I'm
so like
skipping
me
through this little OCD thing.
like, and I was looks like I gained a whole pound, and in reality, I'm not need help. Who need another tool? Who has done all the diets and all the fad diets?
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Did she mention something
I
about weight
am
loss?
strictly just eating what I have at home. Last question: how can you do weight loss surgery?
That's the other problem. I'm glad if she's not getting takeout, but what you have at home, Amber, is trash. It's all frozen from a box, from a bag, ramen noodle. I mean, it's atrocious. Like what she eats is atrocious. And again, she'll eat like a plate with like 4 portions of white rice on it, and like ramen noodles. I mean, she just her diet is absolutely diabolical. It's just like diabetes' dream. I mean, if the disease diabetes could speak, it would be like, we vote for Amber's diet. We love Amber's diet because she just feeds it and encourages it to like grow. Same with like inflammation and stuff like that.
When you can't even stick to a diet? I find this question what I have at home. Last question: how can you do weight loss surgery when you can't even stick to a diet? I find this question to be humorous because that is what weight loss surgery is for. It is for the individuals.
It is, Amber, but it is a tool. This is not humor. And see, this is how she like sticks her nose up and finds it humorous. It's not. It's a valid question, because you have to stick to a diet before to show that you can do it. And sometimes when there's emergency situations, they will put somebody in for surgery, but you still have to, for a couple of weeks, do like I know in England they'll do a milk diet. You have to do a liquid diet to shrink your liver so that they can more easily access that part of your abdomen so they can do your surgery. So for at least 2 weeks prior, you have to be willing to control yourself, and definitely after. And I'm telling you, this woman is a risk of blowing out her stomach, blowing out her staples and stitches, and giving herself a very, very, very serious medical condition and injury post op. Because she just absolutely does not want to give up eating the big portions and what she wants. She is the one that will blend up chocolate and ice cream and blend up garbage she shouldn't, and eat it with a spoon, or make a milkshake out of ice cream and stuff, like, and gain weight again. Like, she has to be willing to change her attitude and outlook on food. She wants to eat big portions. Amber doesn't want to eat a normal portion. Amber wants to eat all the food. She wants to feel stuffed. She wants to reward herself with food. She finds it pleasurable. She gets money from, I guarantee she gets money from the feeder community on YouTube with her foodgasms and eating this crap. And she gets monetary like gain for it. She doesn't want to give that up. She really needs to change her whole attitude, and girlfriend doesn't want to do that, and that's why she's not going to succeed.
Who cannot stick to a diet, who need help, who need another tool, who has done all the diets and all the fad diets and have tried everything.
It will help you physically, Amber, but mentally you have to be willing to give this stuff up and change your thoughts. And she's not willing to do that.
And they haven't been able to stick to it. They haven't found success. That is what weight loss surgery is for. It's just another tool. It's something else to help people like me do better, be better.
Yeah, but you ultimately have to do it because look, if people don't change their mind, they screw it up and they gain weight. Look at like Alexandria Rodriguez, you know, what is her name? Learning to be Fearless. She didn't change. She lost a little bit of weight after her surgery initially, and then now she's gaining it back, and it's not working for her. How many people do that? Because they don't change their mindset.
And to lose that weight and live a healthier life. Okay, now on to the actual weigh-in part of this. This week has gone really good. As you guys know, I wanted to do no takeout for the full January, but Feline and I have decided that we're going to allow ourselves to have.
There we go. See, she's already freaking given herself up. Hasn't even made herself stick to something for 10 days. Like, oh, we're going to do no takeout. Then, what'd she say? Oh, Feline and I have decided to allow our... Well, guess what? This is why Jade is a bad influence. Jade should be like, no, honey, I love you. I want to help you save your life. I want you to get into good habits. I need to lose some weight too. We aren't going to get takeout. You said we're doing this. You're doing it. We're doing it. And hold you accountable. Jade is an enabler and Jade is horrible for her.
Takeout every Sunday, which is weigh-in day. So after our weigh-in.
So she went from no takeout in January to takeout at least 4 times in January. And then if she does it one day, she'll allow it again. She'll allow it again. She'll order a bunch of food so that, okay, she has 1 takeout meal. But if she doesn't finish it, she can eat some more of it tomorrow. So it turns into 2 takeout meals. Do you see what I mean? This is Amber making excuses, moving the goalpost, letting things slide, and not wanting to change her attitude. You know, when I started, like, I'm doing carnuary, where I wanted to get back on track with a stricter diet, and I am doing carnivore. It's like not no carb because I have like, unlike it, I do have binge eating issues. I have a disordered eating background, and my real weakness is sweets. So I lost some weight this year with a plan that works for me, and it involved I make myself a low fat a yogurt bowl at night, not every night, but some nights, most nights, and I allow myself to put a tiny little bit of honey drizzled on top of it to just satisfy that sweet tooth. It's micronutrients. I don't use plain sugar, nothing like that. I only use honey because it's natural. It has some nutrients in it, and I only eat it at the end of the night as a treat if I've stayed on track, and it is incentive to stay on track, and it helps me greatly. But I gave up all the other carbs for that. You know what I mean? I'm still on a fairly low carb plan. I've given up all the vegetables, all the other inflammatory foods, and I'm strict carnivore for January because I don't have just weight to lose. Like I said, I have health issues and inflammation I need to get, you know, healed, and I need to get my diet and my appetite and my binge eating back on track. So that's why I'm doing it. And guess what? It's hard. It's restrictive. But at the same time, the food I eat is good. I like, you know, what I'm eating. But the fact is even if I want something else, I just don't eat it. I just say no. And Amber has to be willing to tell herself no. And she isn't. And she doesn't have anybody in her life that is willing to tell her no. You know, she only surrounds herself with these people that will help her. So this is not surprising. Woohoo, Amber, way to go. Like 8, 9 days in, you've already blown it. I mean, Jesus.
We're going to have 1 meal. It's not going to be a binge fest. It's going to be a normal meal. So we did do that today. And this is my first takeout of January. I'm totally fine with this decision because having...
But Amber, a takeout is not a normal meal because you still don't know 100% what's in it. It's got a bunch of trans fats and hydrogenated oils and added sodium and added preservatives, and the portion is probably too big. It's like, ugh.
in one meal versus
Why do I bother talking? Why do any of us bother talking to this woman at this point?
every single day is a big
This is why I'm not talking just mainly about it. Like, I'm talking about Amber on my channel, but I'm branching out into other things because I don't want to just be furious with Amber. I'm going to like spread it out to other people and things too.
change. So 4 times a month, 4 meals a month, having takeout, I am fine with it. It's
If you got to where you could control yourself and order something healthy, then that would be fine. But Amber, the whole point is to change your attitude and change your habits. So even if 4 takeouts a month is good for somebody like you vowed to not have takeout in January. You should not be having takeout in January because you need to start holding yourself accountable and holding yourself to these goals that you set. And you're not. And you never will.
my little way of being like, okay, say it's like Wednesday night and I'm just like, oh my God, I want to order food so bad. It's for some reason mentally, if I tell myself, you know what? No, just wait until Sunday. Just wait until Sunday. You have a few more days.
It's because like she has no life and her world is so sad and small. Food is her only like enjoyment and reward. And I'm sorry, she may get mad at this, but food is the only true relationship she has. What she has with Jade is not a relationship. Jade is absolutely a grifter. My opinion, but I'm not getting into that. But she doesn't want to change it and she doesn't want to get rid of it. And it's a reward for her. It's a pleasure for her and she doesn't want to deny herself that. And she needs to find other things to hit that satisfaction, that pleasing like pleasure center in her brain. Anything other than anything she can stick in her mouth.
Just allow yourself to wait. It's a lot easier than like, oh my God, I can't have it for a full month. If you stick to it,
But
just know that you can have
but
it.
Amber, imagine if you went from eating takeout 3 times a week or a day, like wow, a week, yeah, right, 3 times a day, and you made it the whole month of January and didn't order takeout once. Imagine how proud you would feel. Imagine the accomplishment she would feel. She could say, "I did that," like she likes to say, and I'm proud of myself. And she can show herself then she can do it, and then it won't be as hard to maybe only do takeout twice a month, once every other week, because she could go, oh, I can wait a couple of weeks because I've done it a whole month. You know what I mean? 2 weeks ain't so bad. She never pushes herself past her point of comfort to achieve things that are hard for her. So, yeah.
That one meal on Sunday and it worked for me and I'm happy with that. If I notice that it's going to disrupt my weight loss or if it's going to like make my binging bad or like my food obsession like worse, then I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to allow that. But if I'm able to just like healthily have a normal.
But it doesn't help when Jade allows it. You see what I mean? It doesn't, because Amber's going to obviously go along with it. There's no way Amber's going to sit there and eat some healthy home cooked meal while Jade eats like seafood boil or Chick-fil-A or whatever the hell she's going to get. There's just no way.
Takeout meal once every Sunday, then I'm going to continue doing that. So since I want to reach 399.8, that means I have to lose 120.2 pounds this year.
And that is absolutely doable for this girl. I mean, I hate to be like mean, but Amber could lose 100 pounds in the next like 4 months if she got her shit together. Like today, she could lose 100 pounds in 4 months. Like by the end of the year, especially if she got weight loss surgery, she could be down 160, 170 pounds. It's like maybe 200. Who the hell knows? I mean, can you imagine? Like she doesn't even think that's physically possible for her, so she doesn't even like entertain the thought. But it would be nice to see her down to 120. But right now, with the fact that she's not willing to change what she eats and stuff like that, it's not going to happen, guys. At this point, Amber's goal, and I said this earlier, is her goal this year should just be to just not gain.
Which means I have to lose about 2.3 something pounds a week. So that is my goal for every single week. So let's see how I did today. So last week I weighed in at 520.0 and
also, Amber, you need to be getting your ass on the scale and showing us the scale, because even then it's tricky to believe her, but it's a little bit easier to believe her as opposed to like her just telling us, because as we know, as other YouTubers do, they don't show you the scale because they ain't telling the truth.
today I weighed in at 514.6. So that is a 5.4 pound loss by literally just stopping takeout. What? I made
And you see, that's good. I'm glad. Okay, but see, okay, listen. And I'm not trying to power level here, but I'm going to make a point. Amber, in like, so what? That would have been like 9 days. We'll just say 9 days. Has lost 5 pounds just by quitting takeout, which is good, but she's still obviously eating too many carbs, too big of a portion, and I know she's got to like eat more because she's hungrier, because her stomach is physically bigger, but she could have still made more changes, still been like eating a lot of food if she had just cut down on more of the carbs, cut out more sweet stuff, and eaten more like vegetables and protein and eggs and stuff like that. She could have lost more weight because she's 520 pounds, and in like 8 days she's lost 5 pounds. I started at 189. I'll say it. I hate that, but there it is. And I got on my diet. It's strict. I stick to it, but I eat stuff that satisfies me. I stick to the plan. And I haven't even exercised that much. I'm not going to lie. I've only exercised a couple of times because I've been busy with my son and stuff like that. And I'm just getting back into it. I have severe PCOS and insulin resistance, and so I have like hormone issues that make me lose weight like slower. But with all the water weight I've lost from cutting out the carbs and all that, as of this morning, am down, even while I'm on my period, I am down 9 pounds. So I have lost 4 more pounds than Amber, and I'm literally a fourth of her. It just shows that if she was willing to do more work, she could already have lost like 15 or 20 pounds. I swear to God, she really could have. And gotten rid of a lot of that fluid. That's why her lipedema doctor wanted her to do a lower carb diet because it helps with retaining fluid. Because I know most of the weight I dropped was fluid. I retain a lot of fluid. So I'm glad she's lost, but she could just make this whole process so much faster. She could see so much more results, and she would be a lot more motivated if she would be willing to do a little bit more work. And like I said, I'm not even getting into exercising because I haven't done much of it. And I'm not saying, and if she did, well, it would be even better, but we know girl doesn't like to move.
Normal foods. I had mashed potatoes, I had meatloaf muffins, I had lasagna.
See what I mean? Like, if she wasn't eating mashed potatoes and lasagna, which she does not need, and she replaced that with like some non-starchy vegetables, like stuff yourself with vegetables, girlfriend. I don't give a crap. Eat till your heart's content. She would have probably dropped another 5 or 6 pounds. Because I hate to break it to you guys, lasagna and mashed potatoes, those are treat foods. Those are occasional. Those aren't health foods.
I made
Sweet potatoes are better than white potatoes, but white potatoes, that's just starch.
taco pasta. Like, I had normal human foods with a normal.
Well, Amber, you're not a human and you don't need normal human foods. You don't need mashed potatoes. You don't need lasagna. You don't need piles of rice. You don't need keto, low carb diet, whatever the hell, ice cream. You don't need it. You're carrying enough of it around on your body. You've eaten too much of it for years. You have enough of it with you that you don't need it no more for a long time.
Human amount. Like, it was just a normal amount. And then I would actually eat my leftovers. I usually don't do that. It's like a really bad habit.
Well, yes, because Amber, in many ways, you're just a very, very wasteful person.
It's kind of like a food anxiety thing. My psychologist says it goes into my OCD. I think of bacteria and leftovers, and I'm trying to like get that out of my head that no, Amberlane, you're fine if it's leftovers from the day before. Like, you'll be fine, I promise. So I've been trying to eat more leftovers lately. And yeah, that is just by taking out.
That might be part of it, but I also think part of it is that she just wants an excuse to eat another meal. If you hear my dog barking in the background, he's gotten into this bad habit lately where he barks when he wants a treat. He gets treats after his walk or occasionally, but he's just decided that he wants to let us know when he wants one, and he'll be a little pill until he gets it. So, don't mind him.
Takeout. So my goal for this week is to, again, not have takeout until Sunday and maybe just snack a little less because I've also been allowing myself to snack.
And you shouldn't allow yourself to snack, Amber. Again, you're carrying your snacks around on your body. You don't need snacks, girlfriend. You've snacked a lifetime's worth of snacks. And I hate that sounds mean, but it's true. And the other thing is she should be showing us these takeout meals, right? She's not, because she doesn't want us to know what she's eating. And she shouldn't snack. So you don't need like all these chocolate covered nuts and bags of potato chips, and she doesn't eat. If she stopped that stuff too, the weight would literally be melting off of this woman, and she wouldn't believe it.
Because I am not on a diet. I am losing weight by changing my lifestyle.
Amber, you need to change your lifestyle, but you need to also be on a diet. To some degree, you need to consider it a diet.
So I'm very happy with this week one. It went beautifully. I feel like so far 2023 has been going really well for me in several different aspects.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. Let's maybe check out a couple of these comments. Let's see what's going on here. We'll go up to the newest ones, and yeah, we'll try top comments. Let's see. Somebody says to get weight loss surgery, people need to follow a restricted diet, pre-surgery, and obviously after. Discipline, even when you're not feeling it, it's a must. I agree with the discipline. That's very true. And again, as I said, most people do have to follow a diet. Uh, there are certain emergent situations where they will just take somebody in and do the weight loss surgery when they literally feel that it is life threatening, which Amber is to a point where she's getting to where that is the case. But either way, you have to stay on a diet for at least 2 weeks to shrink your liver. So either way, she has to restrict to some degree before the surgery, and definitely after. Right here, Pumpkin Moon Bat says, allowing yourself takeout, allowing yourself to wait. You won't allow yourself to get once per week if it makes it worse. Allowing yourself to snack. It says, do you not see the mindset of allowing yourself? Everything is the issue. Yes, it is. It is absolutely the issue. And this person is absolutely right. Somebody says 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is not a weird sleep schedule. It's perfectly normal for someone in their 30s, especially those who work 9 to 5. And Amber doesn't, and I understand that, but I'm glad if she really is changing her sleep schedule. Frodo, knock it off. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me tell him to be quiet. Okay, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. He is such a little pill. One of my things is I am going to learn how to edit this year, guys. I am going to learn. I think I might take a skill share class. You know what I mean? Because I want to really to be able to edit and do some nice stuff in my videos. Um, an old lady sleep schedule. Quiet Salad Day says, "Girl, the whole working adult world follows that schedule." Bella McGrew Keller says it's important to understand that in order to be approved for weight loss surgery, you have to show that you can, in fact, stick to a restricted diet. Very true. Because I guarantee you that weight loss surgery will force you to remain on the same diet and doesn't allow people to go back to how they were eating before. I never comment on your videos, but I feel like I had to put that out there because it seems like she doesn't get this. And this is very true, and she doesn't. It says, Haynes Anatomy says, having one takeout meal a week, already making excuses and looking for ways to fail. Bravo, girl. Very, very true. That's exactly what I said. I agree totally. Hawkins says, does unemployment Lynn realize that most people actually have to go to bed and wake up early to go to their jobs in the real world? Delusion Lynn needs a wake-up call towards what real people do. And you know what? She's going to get it if her views keep dropping and she refuses to quit spending. She keeps living in a luxury villa. Yeah, she's going to learn the hard way that she's going to find out what the real world is like because she lives in imagination land. Somebody says, Lexi Fraish says, falling asleep at 9 or 10 isn't an old person habit. It's what regular people do with a 40-hour work week. Your privilege is showing and it's not relatable. And that's the thing, is Amber is absolutely not relatable. And there's a lot of comments about that. Purple Monkey Dishwasher says, I'm going to go color in a blue square in my journal for mildly surprised she made it this far. Oh, that's relating to her journaling. We'll read a couple more and then we'll be done. The Wrong Shoes commented, I don't want to be a party pooper, but you had one good week. Don't celebrate how great you are doing yet, or you may screw it up. Over the years, it always seems you are ready to celebrate a little too much before you actually succeed. And that's a very, very, very good thing. And I actually had a comment on that one because before I just looked at a couple comments. We all do love a phase one queen. So, Pickle Baby Corn says, I feel like people would have so much more respect for you if you just admitted that you are totally okay with being over 500 pounds. That's very true. And what are some answers to this one? Is it showing? It's not showing me any of the replies on this one, guys. Oh, Physical Graffiti says when all the comments are complimentary, we know you're scrubbing the critical ones. You shouldn't do that, Amber. You lose people that way. Let people air their opinions, then prove them wrong. Very good. And JB says, do you realize you just insulted anyone with a job? That's the sleep schedule of those who work, like 9 to 5 or 10 to 6. Brandon Hill says, no, so no takeout lasted 1 week. It's like an alcoholic saying, well, once a week I'm going to allow myself a few drinks to reward myself. This will be impossible to sustain. It's a slippery slope. And it, in fact, is. Here's another comment about the sleep schedule. Here's Machine Gun Kelly Kapoor. I'm down a total of 67 pounds, everybody. Yay, way to go, Machine Gun Kelly. 9 pounds of it just from this week. See, that is very possible. And Lulu Bell says the diets before and after weight loss surgery are very strict. If you don't follow it exactly, you are at high risk of death. And yes, I do this for a living. Okay, so she really knows. Also, week 1, and you've already allowed snacks and takeouts. Very true. And JB says, there you go, insulting people who have weight loss surgery. People who get weight loss surgery follow strict diets prior and after surgery. His comment about the sleep schedule. Something about her OCD. Yeah, whatever. Something else, alluding to the OCD. Lunar Moth says, I don't want to nitpick, but regarding the weight loss surgery question, the reason this person brought up dieting is because you have to be on a very strict diet both before and after surgery. You see the repeating pattern here, and if you don't stick to the diet after surgery, it could cause serious illness or death. Because yes, the last thing you want is your stomach rupturing. Not only can it cause bleeding, horrendous pain, but the contents of your stomach, what's in it, your stomach acid, it leaks out into your abdominal cavity. Guys, it's a big, big, bad mess. It's really, really dangerous. It's a critical, life-threatening situation. You know what I mean? Stone Harper says at least she's coming right out of the gate and letting us know she's not going to try. Yeah, so yeah, here. Oblet, find a question humorous all you want. You'll still, and that he's commenting about how I commented, how she kind of like snickered and giggled about a couple of the questions. It says, find a question humorous all you want. You'll still have to stick to a diet for several months before surgery and then the rest of your life afterwards. Surgery is a tool, but it's not one they just give people who have no willpower. Very, very true. And we'll do a couple more and then that'll be it. Sweet Baby Love says, dog, if you can't stick to a very strict first liquid diet after weight loss surgery, then your stomach is going to expand or explode. Very, very, very true. And we'll do this last one from Christine Tortoris. Says, it's great if you're not ordering takeout. It's helping you, but you need to be consistent with it. Don't decide once it's February that you can suddenly get it whenever you want. I agree. So, okay, guys, that's it. I'm going to end it here. I appreciate you standing and listening to me rant. I will see you guys in the next one. I think I'm going to try to get a vlog up this week. I'll do a couple reacts to a couple different things. We'll see what's going on in Girl World. I may start reacting to a couple other people. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? What do you think about Amber already allowing herself takeout? Do you think what she's getting when she gets takeout is a healthy, proper portion of a healthy, proper meal? Let me know what you think. I appreciate you being here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.